everyone, Marcy here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to be creating some of Roxy's weekly challenge bundles. I can't remember what she called them, a journal card bundle or something like that. This is week 10 of her challenge here in 2023. So I went ahead and actually did a prototype for you just so I could have all the pieces kind of organized in my mind. Now Roxy, or Rachel rather, she uses all kinds of antique documents and old book pages. I mean antique, genuine antique book pages, because she lives in Italy and she has access to all kinds of old books and papers and things. Plus she makes her own digitals. So she used a combination of digitals and actual old papers. I don't really use digitals. I don't have access to hundreds of antique documents and antique book pages. So what I wanted to do was try to do this with things that you and I, the normal everyday crafter, might actually have in their stash. If you are a journal maker, then you probably have very similar things. So what I did was I am trying to use music papers, ledger paper, book pages, and things like that. Now this does have a little printable image in the front, but that's because this was given to me as a gift, and so I need to use them up, and so I went ahead. I thought they'd be perfect for this project. All right, so I want to go ahead and get started, and then I will talk you through the steps, but get yourselves ready to go, and then meet back here right after this. So the process for this is really simple. And all she did was folded up some book pages. Now she was, like I said, using digital copies of old documents and things that she has. I don't have that. So I went out and I got some oversized book pages. This is from a botanical book, and this is actually from a set of pages that I ordered long ago and I've just been hanging on to in my stash, but some of the images on those were perfect for this. So you're just going to take whatever it is that you're wanting to fold up. For most of these I wanted to use music because I figured everyone would have music in their stash. You're going to fold it in half lengthwise. I want this ratty edge to show. And then you're going to fold it up from the bottom and I don't know, just under halfway. And that's all you have. This is the piece. So I'm going to do this first step first, and I'm going to show you some alternatives. Here's a piece of dictionary page. And the reason I like these is because they are two-sided, and these are slightly bigger pages. So, you know, you can do all kinds of cool things with them. Here is another gardening page book. I liked the pictures on that. I just kind of have everything. Here, I want it to go this way so we can see the pretty trees. I was gonna say I kind of have them all so that they're opening over here on the right, but these two I guess open on the left, so it doesn't really matter truthfully, because you're just going to fold these up, because what you're making is like little pockets. And the beauty of it is that you don't actually have to glue anything, not really. There's one small section here where you might want to glue something, but I'm just using tape. So that's it. This is probably the hardest part right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I definitely want to focus on using the music. 7, 8. And to my friend Michelle, I am not being overly ambitious. I really think I'll get 8 done today. She was teasing me because I very often say, oh, I'm going to do all this stuff. And I know this. I know I do this. And then we run out of time and I hardly get anything done. I'm trying to get this little weird piece off of here. There we go. So she was teasing me about that. I'm like, I know. I have a lot of ambition and very little, I just run out of time, you know? Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna set those aside. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're gonna just take a paper strip and make a band that goes around this. And this is the only section where you might actually want to use some glue. Rachel used torn strips after she tore her pages down because they were double-sided. They had pattern on both sides, and she just used strips off of her pages that she tore down. I'm just using lovely strips that are cut-offs in my stash. And what I am doing, let's see, instead of using washi tape, you could use glue here, but I am literally fastening it with your plain old Scotch tape. Don't need a very big piece. Oops, I just folded over the corner on that. I'm not intending to. There we go. Now I'm just gonna Scotch tape it. Now the idea behind these little bundles, these were so much fun to make. I'm calling them Bundles O' Fun. So that's probably gonna be my title, Bundles O' Fun. The purpose of these little bundles is to have the contents be usable for whoever you're gifting them to, and then you can include them in your journals as just like a little clip-in on a page, or you could send them as happy mail or whatever. So we're just going to put some bands around these really quickly. And because I like color, my bands all have some color to them, but a plain book page looks, looks nice too. It's just whatever you really have on hand, whatever you want to do. They're not meant to be complicated. So far, I have actually enjoyed all of her challenges. Week 8, which I skipped, I wasn't so keen on because the look she was going for, I kind of felt like I really did need to have antique documents or printables or something to achieve it, and I just don't have that, and I didn't feel like, I just didn't have the energy to figure out how to recreate that in some fashion. I suppose I could have done these, but the way she was tearing them up and folding them, she was just folding pages into pockets. That's all she was doing. So the way she did that, I just didn't feel like I had anything that would kind of recreate that look. But it was a pretty simple one. You can always go back and check it. Now I wrapped the tape around. Another thing, if you're into using the alcohol inks and staining your tape, you could stain it so it looks like an old piece of tape on here. If you wait 20 years, this will turn into an old piece of tape, and it will have that natural aging anyway. So the idea, again, is that everything in here is going to be usable for the person that receives it. So you're not going to be really manipulating things too much or changing them. They're just going to be folded up, stuck into this very quick to assemble pocket, and added to a journal. And it really is a sweet way to doctor it up, And she really didn't do much decorating. If you're used to watching Rachel at Roxy Creations, she doesn't really ink anything. She does do a lot of tearing of paper, but that's part of the prep process. I had already torn these out of the books just so we didn't spend ages. And she likes to challenge herself on the time that she takes to do it. She sets herself like 40 minutes to see how many she can do. And she does, she can get going really fast. It took me like an hour to prep for this video though, because I wanted to go find all the pages that I was thinking of using, and I just was really trying to figure out how can I make it look fun and interesting but use everyday products that you and I are gonna find at the thrift store, and even right down to the tape. If you don't have washi tape, just use tape. That's the cool thing about junk journals, is that it really does not matter. Okay, I have 2 left. Which one do we like better? I kind of like the gardeny trellis looking one. So yeah, just use what you have, and that's the whole point. And of course, I'm more into, I love the recycling aspect of junk journals. I was watching let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I have one strip left, so let's do one more. Why not? I'm gonna do my last music one. I was listening to a radio program on NPR, and they were talking about the consumption of paper, and even though we're recycling and things, kind of like the zigzag along the top, the amount, it's something like 15,000 tons of carbon dioxide is emitted, and I think it was per day, but I don't remember. I tried to go look up the fact and then I couldn't find anything on it, but essentially, you know how trees take in carbon dioxide and emit oxygen so we can breathe, and we're emitting carbon dioxide when we exhale, and now with cars and everything, all kinds of fuels emit, there's lots of things that emit carbon dioxide into the air. Well, apparently the tree stores up all that carbon dioxide until it is destroyed or begins to break down, and then it releases it. And so when they're making paper products, paper production, and that's all kinds of paper, books, toilet paper, napkins, things like this, guest checks and tags and playing cards, and just all the ways that we use paper, copy paper especially, then all that carbon dioxide is emitted back into the atmosphere. So all of that is sucked up as a tree alive, then as it either is broken down or begins to decay, it releases it back into the atmosphere. And anyway, so because of our huge paper consumption, it really kind of guilted me into thinking that maybe digitals aren't the best way either, because then it's encouraging the use of new paper to print objects, and then contributing to the problem. That's just me. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you use digitals, but it just kind of reinforced my desire to use things that are already in existence, to use the papers that are already there for us to create these, to create journals and things, and to save it all from the landfill. So anyway, okay, so enough of that, enough of the ecology lesson. So we've got these, so then you're just gonna go and you're gonna fold up papers and stuff the pockets. Oh, the next step she did do though, which I forgot to do, is she just kind of bent over these corners artistically so they look like crumbled pieces of paper, and you can do it however you want. If I don't do it right now, I will forget while I'm stuffing the papers. And again, she doesn't ink. You could ink these up. I'm not going to. Some of these get kind of a nice torn look as they come out of the book anyway, because the pages, you know, the edges of the pages tear up. So yeah, bundles o' fun. Bundles o' fun. So each stage, I mean, I'm actually going pretty quickly, I think. For me anyway. There we go. Each stage of the process is pretty quick, pretty simple. I mean, I think this is truly the most work we did, was just putting the bands on and folding up these little pockets. Oh, too much fold. We don't need that much. That's a little crazy. Whoops. This is also tearing, which is okay because that's what we want, but I don't know. Some people are really good at this whole crinkly, wrinkly look. There we go. There's that. I do kind of like the look of a wrinkled corner and a torn edge. So you could fill these with just about anything. So some examples of what I brought out to show you, I'm not saying we're going to use them all, but if I hadn't used a dictionary page as a base, I could use dictionary page, gardening page. I've got these ledger pages I stamped up, and I will show you in a second on one how I did them. Different kind of gardening book where it's just pretty. Look at that. Aren't these neat? I love that border. So these are just papers that you gift them to someone else, and they could use them to make something else for their journal, or to start another journal with. Okay, so what did I say? Ledger. I've got like parts of everything everywhere. Ledger, This was a gardening book. That's like the indexy page. This is a different gardening books, 2 or 3 dictionary. And then I thought, because of the look that she was going for, she had kind of those old receipts. I have a few old receipts that I have found over time. And things like this, the While You're Out message pad, the date book, this thing. See, this would be really cool to fold up and put in a journal. And it's got the 2 layers. And then these, I found these at a thrift store. And it has the 2 layers. And they also detach, they're perforated. So you don't even have to worry about trying to tear them apart because they already come apart. And if you only wanted to use 1 layer in each, so you've got, this is technically the carbon layer, but you could use only one layer in each pocket, each bundle. Each bundle of fun. I think she called them journal card bundles because she put a journal card at the beginning. I also have, like, these are old book pages. This is from a really old book my son-in-law gave me, and these are just short stories, but they're a nice little size. More indexy kind of things. Gotta have my Hebrew pages. And then hymnals or music books. I like this one because it's green. And then in the very front, I've got these that I went ahead and prepped. These were given to me by a friend, but they were from printables from My Porch Prints. So I don't know what kit, but you can go looking for that. Playing cards. I thought if you had like a guy one, aren't these cool? A masculine one or a nature themed one, you could use a card like that. I also have these cute little playing cards with little children on them. You could put in tags, and I doctored this one up with some stamps and a sticker, guest checks. Has a ratty edge here. I just folded it down because it looked better. So anyway, these are the kinds of things that you can use on this project. And if you don't have all the antique documents and digitals and things, I think you can still get a pretty good look. So let's start stuffing. Start stuffing the envelopes. They're hungry. Okay. I'm going to set that there for you to look at, and then I'm gonna arrange around me. The other thing I thought, if you wanted to use, instead of a journal card in front, you could take a beautiful book image and just back it, or if you didn't even want to back it, you could just leave it like this and tuck it in the front. So those are some other options. Actually, before I stuff, let me show you how I did this. So I basically wanted to achieve like an antique ledger look. So I have a script stamp. This is from the Tim Holtz set called Ledger Script. There's like, looks like this. Ledger Script from Stampers Anonymous, the Tim Holtz collection. So I love that one. I have this one that is just a cheap kind of acrylic stamp. I don't know that it actually had a name, but when I'm out there looking, if you just look up script stamp, this comes up under like several vendors on Amazon for around $6. All different stores are offering it. It's not, you know, it's a pretty easy one to find, but it has, you'll know because it's a single piece of, I don't know what kind of product this is, acrylic or whatever. It has the flora up here in this corner, and then says Constantin, this piano. So I always just kind of look for this, and it's about a 5-inch square single stamp. And then I also have this one that's just a random postal image. I found this one on eBay. I just searched for postal. You have to be careful because if you put in postage stamp, you get actual stamps. But I put in rubber stamp postal mark or cancellation mark or whatever, and this came up and I ordered it probably for more than I really should have, but you know, I wanted it and I use it a lot, so it's definitely worth the investment. So what did I do? Okay, first what I did was I inked up the script stamp. And this is why script stamps are awesome, because they just add a little bit of interest to a page without having to do a lot of work. And I'm just like pressing gently in certain areas, not even laying the whole stamp down. So there's that one For that, I used the Vintage Photo by Tim Holtz, the Distress ink, because that's what I have. This other one, I'm using an old Ranger. It's essentially the precursor to the archival inks, but this was one I found at the Creative Reuse store. It's in Raisin, and it's a really cool, like, plum color. Now on this, I'm just kind of stamping the whole thing, but I'm not gonna lay the whole thing down. There's a little bit of like ledgerish looking stuff down here, and so I definitely like that. I want to get that look. I want to get that there, adding some more words, and then just wherever it looks like it has a bald spot, essentially. So just little pieces of the stamp. So I used Raisin for that, so that was a good one. And then the black, I used this postal image. So really just trying to kind of make it look like an old document, even though it really isn't. Then I had another one here I used. The ink pad I tried to use, turns out, I don't know, I guess it's gone bad, and I haven't had it that long. I've only had it, you know, like 5 years as compared to some of these I've had for 30. I liked this. I just wanted kind of a shadowy background. I don't think this is very shadowy, but anyway, I like this image. I think I found it at a thrift store. But I just like, it's a nice generic all-purpose image, and it just kind of helps add to the old look. Okay, so that's how I doctored that up. That's all I did. I left the backside plain on all of them. Okay, so now we're gonna fold this up. I folded it into thirds. And you can leave the side with the cool hole up, you know, sticking up, or you can fold it up from the bottom like I'm doing here. So here's this. So she just stuffed a couple of things back here. Actually, I think she just put one in each spot. One back here, one right here, and one in the front. So that is what we are doing. And then what I'm going for here is just kind of the color, that the colors will play off of each other. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually stuff something back here too. This is too plain. I mean, it blends in too much with the paper color, but you could stick something back there, like maybe a piece of map or something else, or if you have another shade of ledger that you like to use, you could do that. So then we're just gonna stick this in the middle. Since I have this receipt, I don't want to use those other receipts. Stick that in the middle. And then I did the same thing on this tag. I just put the sticker, I used those same stamps I had, I stuck it on here. And then for the very front, in fact, this one, well, it's got the yellow flower. I was gonna say this one could be kind of a naturey theme, and if I don't want the picture of the elk, then we could just do it that way. And then the last thing I decided to do, Rachel didn't decorate hers up on the front, but I thought, depending on what I have, I could. I have a bunch of stickers to use up. So, and as you know, a million butterflies. So I can just put a butterfly on there, which would be the other place where you might need glue, but it's totally unnecessary. You don't have to do that. I've seen people stamp on the strips. I've seen them use labels. But there it is. Ta-da! So let me keep stuffing. Put the pin back in my glue. Probably do that part all together last. Okay, so on this one, let's put really cute, like, dictionary page. It's got some really cute bugs there. Very botanical, gardenish. And then you just, depending on the size of page that you use to make the pockets with, then that's going to determine how wide you fold your pieces to go in the back. So it really doesn't matter. Now, some folks I watched really doctored these up. I mean, they put a lot of stuff in them. And I'm not saying that you should or that you have to or that that's bad. But Rachel only put like one thing in each pocket. These book pages that I have here, in fact, I've got two of them there, I just left them folded up. So that's a whole spread. Let's see. Let's put some green music in that. It's like music with music, but that's fine. There shall be showers of blessing. And you can turn it so the fold, like this has the title there, so I would want that to show, or you can turn it the other way so it doesn't show. This one I turned so you could see the bugs better. And then let's put this one. So that easy. Some other ideas of things you could put in there too are little pages from like these gift books that used to be everywhere. I found almost all of these kind of books that I found at one thrift store over time, and that one has gone out of business, which makes me extremely sad because I found some fun stuff. And then the other thing, you know, that might make like a fun little journal card kind of idea is this little book of quotes. We are shaped and fashioned by what we love. Well, okay. See, you can just tuck it in there or tuck it right here instead of a journal card. Cute, right? So these also would make really great thank you gifts for like orders that I'm sending out, or just, you know, happy mail, or included in a journal that you're making. I tried to make enough of these green ones to go in every one of these that I make. So I also, oh, I forgot, I used my copy stamp. I already folded that one up, but I used my copy stamp on them as well. So let's fold up the holes on this one. I'm only folding it up so that when you stick it in here, it's not so tall. See? We're just folding it up a teensy bit so that it fits in there. There. Much better. Put you in here. Maybe, well, with that fold in it, it does kind of get in the way. Put this receipt in here. Let's put it so the words show. Isn't that cool? And then I wanted a piece of calendar page. Let's put that in there like that. And then we'll put this guest check. So see, even I'm filling them up more than she did, but it's really easy to do. And they're just cute, right? You're just sharing what you have and they go together so nicely. So this is a great time to remind you that if you are enjoying what you're seeing right now, you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up so that YouTube knows to keep promoting my channel and to sharing it with other people and recommending it to them. And remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Share this video with people that you know. Share, share, share. To share is to care, remember? Let's see, let's put a piece of dictionary in there with this animal. An addex. This sounds like a Dr. Seuss character. Addex? Addex? I guess I could read the pronunciation on there. Nope, nope. Yeah, addex. Addex. I pronounced it correctly the first time. Addex. It's an addex. It's a type of like gazelle antelope thing. I'm gonna have to fold that one up a bit. In fact, I want to fold it to the back because when I put other stuff in with it, it's getting caught on those folds. So get my addex. Oh, he's not gonna show now. He's shy. Hey, you. Okay, well, whatever. And here we go. Let's do another one of these tags. That was a really awkward way to stamp, wasn't it? Let's put a birdie on there. This is one of the birds from my Your Creative Studio unboxing I did last fall. I don't remember which month. They contacted me again, which was really nice and all, but I was like, you know, I don't want to be all about just unboxings and that kind of stuff. I want to do some other stuff. I like to give a variety on this channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the variety. Okay, that didn't stamp very well, did it? This raisin color is perfect to go with that bird. Okay, so let's hope for the best. Ooh, very nice. This collage type stamping is very fun. Okay, there's that. So now we have a really cool tag to go in there. Let's put one of our little girls. Let's put in another one of these book pages. Oops. Oh, maybe you guys should trade places, because the book page is a little bit taller than the green music page. So green music going in the middle slot, bird, and you. And that needs to go, oh, it's getting stuck. There, I hope. It's really hard to have it all artistically arranged when I can't get it to cooperate with me. So there's that one. I'm gonna put the little butterflies on in a bit. Okay, I already know I want that there. Ta-da! Here we go. So lots of ways to make this into your own. Just have fun playing with it. And then have fun sharing your stash. But I just really wanted to show how to do this without having to have all the fancy schmancy stuff. You know, you don't have to have that. Just use what you have. Some of us don't even have good thrift stores where we are. Some of us can't get out and go to a thrift store to find all this. Some things that are really special, I do just order off of eBay or whatever. You know what? I haven't used my Hebrew page yet, and I like this indexy look. She folded some of her pages like that, so we will too. See? Hebrew. I like the color of this Hebrew page. I'll give you a couple. They're very thin. Let's see, it's got really beautiful edges, you know, gorgeous color around the edges. And I like this part to show. And I like that ratty edge showing. There we go, there's that one. It's really hard to make them look bad, I think. Okay, I got 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna start grabbing. So like I said, I just folded that down. I like that pink to go with that. Okay, let's put one of these here and one of these. These are narrower, so I'm trying to pair them up with narrower book pages. And music. I do like this music because it's got kind of a gray color, and it has a really soft feeling to it. See, like this one, you could use the words or you could use the music. This is, because it is such soft paper, it does tear kind of easily. But then again, this hymnal is, I don't remember how old, but older. Don't quite remember. I didn't double check the date, but it's old. So, how is everyone doing? Please fill me in on what you got going on in your life. Send me a comment down below so I can interact with you. I like that. I like how that one looks. We can all, you know, have a good community and good interaction on this channel. That's one of the things I really am desiring. That was one of my goals when I started this channel, was just have a good supportive community here. And oh, see, I did both of those the wrong direction. What was I thinking? My artistic folds are coming undone. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. going. What was I going to say? I was just going to say something really important. I may not have folded that narrow enough. And for that reason, here. See, I like the look of all of this, so I want that to show, but I needed to fold up the papers to the back side. Otherwise, this would get stuck in there. Oh man, I was going to say something really good too. I don't remember what it was. Oh no. I thought he might look pretty in there. And this one might look pretty in there. Okay, everyone's got one of those. We were working on these. Oh, see, I got some ink on the back side, but that's okay. It's a-okay. Whoops, stomach's growling. Hope you didn't hear that. Getting hungry. Boy, my days are just getting away from me right now. Oops, that's not narrow enough. Can you fit in there? Uh-oh, might have to refold it. Can you fit in there? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to just refold it. I hate having lots of fold lines, but sometimes you can't avoid it. On the other hand, if you do that enough, it'll look like an old document, I suppose. Oh, okay. These are all very narrow. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's that. Let's set those aside. I need one more. Let's use, yes, I wanted to use one of these really cool things. Just love that border. Beautiful. Let's see, how does that look? It's a little bit taller. I'm gonna say I don't care on that one. Yep, and let's use this one. So pretty. These would also be great candidate kind of pages for doing those document holders. When I was doing her challenge 6 and 7, I kind of combined them. These would be really pretty kinds of pages to fold all the documents up into, if you know what I mean. Okay, there's that. Everybody has, you need something right there. Well, let's do a calendar page. There we go. And then in the middle, let's put a pink one here. Oh, it's not gonna fit. Let's put a pink one there then. Well, that's a bummer. Nope, okay. Let's put this in. Because technically that receipt goes in the middle. So. See, and again, I'm just stuffing probably more than I should. But let's put you there and you here. And there's that. And my folds are coming unfolded. Two go in the middle. I just like seeing all of the different paper colors and having them go together. You know, how they play off each other. In fact, this is so tall, that could go back there. There we go. And this one. Oh, please tell me you fit. Okay. In fact, I might have that pink. Do I want that behind? Yeah, I just want that to peek out a little bit. And then I don't have like a journal-y card thing there. So do we want the boy or the girl? Let's go with the boy. And 1, 2. Gonna have to stick with what I was doing there. The green, the brown, the white, the pink, the gray. Oh, that's so cute. Super cute. Let's put you. Okay, and now we can line up and do the cute little embellishment. So all kinds of ways to do these. Oh wow, see? Yeah, did it. Oh wow, very exciting. Feel so accomplished. Okay. If the band is wide enough, I can use a sticker. Except not you, because you don't go the right way. I don't want to be so matchy-matchy with the butterflies, but it does look kind of cool. I may just sit here and doctor up some of these tags and guest checks. We'll see. Oh, and then I have little stickers. That's right. Little stickers. That might fit on some of these, although I feel like some of these won't show up on that pattern. So, see, that blends in. We're gonna go with this one. And over here then, let's go with a darker pink. Yeah. And that's one thing about picking the colored bands is that you want your stuff to stand out on them. Well, look at that. I have just enough cute little butterflies. So let's just, oh, one short. Okay, I want you to go over there actually, and then you can be something else in a minute. Glue. Let's get our gluing done. Oops. Pulled off the tip. Haste makes waste. Yeah, just fill me in on what you guys are working on and what you're looking forward to, and what kinds of things would you put in these kinds of little packets? You know, what are your thoughts on what you would include? Okay, so I have a butterfly with a butterfly, and I'm not really sure that I want that. Although I kind of liked, well, I mean, I did like the blue with that, but there's blue over here too. And there's pink in the band, so I liked that there was pink for this butterfly. Using up scraps, using up book pages. It's so fulfilling. So yeah, a really good project. Let me know if you guys give this a try, and if you go over to Rachel's channel and check her out, please let her know that I sent you her way. Marcia at Creators Call suggested her. Because I don't know how many of you guys are doing the challenge with her. Anybody? Anybody out there? I didn't do, I didn't do it the first time. I'm not one for challenges much, but I did like the idea that this was going to help build my stash. That's right, I didn't want the butterfly with the butterfly. Okay, I was just checking him out. I like how bold this butterfly is. So what I might have to do for that one is find a flower. There we go. Really fun stuff. My next video, I believe, it will be in my next video. I want to get out my die cut machine and play with die cutting some flowers and stuff, because I really need, okay, that's the one I did first. I really need some flowers that I can use for layering and stuff. Flowers. Like that. Oh look, I can put all my stickers back while I'm here. How handy is that? Well, that's like a win-win. that's got a bluish aspect. So I want something that kind of goes with that. This one's kind of cute. What do you guys think about that one? This one's kind of shiny. Oh. You see what I'm doing? Yeah. Kind of like that one better. Okay. I don't want to get too hung up on trying all the options because that drives me nuts. But at the same time, there might be a better choice. Oh, see? Here's this one. So the question, do we like the white one better or do we like the blue one? Because the blue one does definitely match, but it kind of blends in, whereas the white one pops. And then we could just avoid the whole thing by doing a completely different color. Nope. Okay, so far it's the white one. I have this really dark one. Oh my goodness, my stomach is really growling. But I could put him in the middle. Don't like it. I really like the white one so far, which now I've lost. Good job. Good job, self. Ah, there it is. Oh, my word. I was just wondering if I have another one that has more of that blue shade. And on this side, see, I've got lots of purple. I have this white one, which might look, I think I like that white one better. Yep, just because of the style. So that little thing, nope. Yeah, stop looking, stop looking. Go with your, what is it they say? Usually your first instinct is the right one. I would not say that was quite the case in this, you know, quite true in this case, but I'm gonna go put all these back really fast. Since I'm here, oh, I had an escapee. That's one thing, boy, by the time you prep for these things, it took me an hour to prep. Did I already tell you that? I just want to get going, you know? Where'd the birds go? The birds are not in the flower binder. The birds go in the butterfly binder. Doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it's because it was butterflies and then I had a few spots. So insects, birds. Well, that, my timer went off. Time is up. Super simple. Super easy. Obviously, we made quite a few in the time we had together. And then it's all usable. Every single piece of this, if you give it away, they take all these pieces out, they pull the band off, they can use this pockety piece and just really fun bundles, yeah, to share, to make. The whole 9 yards. And like I said, you can whip out quite a few and you really don't need glue much if you don't want to. So check out some of the other channels too that did it. It's Rachel's, Roxy's Weekly Challenge for 2023, week 10. You'll just see all kinds of ideas and then you'll be so stuck you won't know how to proceed. Just get your stuff out and see what you have, you know? That's probably the best way to do it. So 1, 2, get them down. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. That orange with that pink, whatever. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, technically only 9 because this was my prototype. I made one, but I made it really fast. So I made 9 just now in our time together. Okay, let's read our quote for the day. Quote for the day. I have no idea where I got this from. I think these were things we were trying to type up to look cool for my daughter's wedding, because we had a vintage typewriter out there and we were trying to come up with things that looks like they had been typed on the typewriter. This was not one of, this one didn't make the cut. But anyway, my son-in-law was looking up interesting quotes that we could use. We may affirm absolutely that nothing great in the world has ever been accomplished without passion. George Hegel. Nothing great in the world has ever been accomplished without passion. Well, I guess that makes sense, because you wouldn't be trying to do anything if you didn't have some sort of passion or drive or desire to do it, to make a change or to just perform an action or whatever. I mean, pretty much everything that is accomplished with some kind of passion, right? So go out there today and make something awesome. Make something great. Use your passion. Be inspired. Do something creative today, and I'll talk to you in the next video. And check these out. Try these out. Please, please, please do. They're a lot of fun. Bye-bye now.